What's up? If anybody comes on, trying to find a link for the stream here. We're just gonna go through some charts that I have in my Discord and update some of these charts that I haven't updated in a while. Where the heck do I get the link from? So silly. All right, let's get started. High time frame. Let's look at AV first. This is in alphabetical order for the most part. Some will be slightly out of order, but they should be pretty close to in order. This thing is an absolute beast. So this was the previous expectation, and obviously we're not doing this, right? We're not going to retest this level. If we retest this level, the top is in. So we can get rid of this. Are we still going to make some kind of really strong running flat here? Yeah, maybe. I mean, at some point we could still pull back. But I'm not trying to call a top on this. There's no reason to. So this one's pretty well updated. Not much to say here. God, that's gorgeous. Just wait, guys. Watch Link. Link is going to do this soon. Remember, whoops, sorry. During this massive run, Aave ran up and Link was pretty close behind. And I think we're going to see the same thing here. This has 5x, 6x since the previous all-time high. That's absolutely insane. Alright, that one's saved. Next chart. Ooh, the alt index. This is a FTX ticker. I'm going to pull up a couple here so that they're loaded up. Atom. Bitcoin. Alright, and let's go back to the alt perp. These are the ones I'm trading right now. So I may jump over to them at some point during the stream so I can see what's going on. FMAC is terrible. Buying this on a pullback here. So I don't mind it dumping a little bit. YFI looks decent here. Looks like it caught a bottom. Okay, alt perp. So obviously the last thing I charted was back in here. What am I looking at right now? This is just the... Oh, it hasn't loaded the MACD+. We're going to take that off anyway. We're going to hide this and add the MACD candles. And that'll give me a better idea of what's going on here. So we had this range here. Broke out of it, retested, mooned. Goodness, beautiful. This does not look complete yet. Unfortunately, we don't have an all-time high here because this was FTX didn't start until somewhere in here. So this looks great. I'm not looking to buy this. It's already ran too hard. Should have been buying down here at the retest of the highs. Nothing much to chart here. This looks like a flat and a base, so we can mark that out. And this right here is just like a 1-2 or an AB base for an impulse up. Some targets that we can derive from that. Just measure the size of the flat, the continuation pattern. So we had an impulse up, it consolidated, that consolidation leads to an expansion. Your first target is at least the size of that expansion, or of that consolidation. If that consolidation was 615 points, then it makes sense for the expansion to be at least 615 points. Also keep in mind that this is based on log scale, so it's a little bit different. It's not directly 615. Well, it's not right now based on log scale. This is based on log scale. So it's not directly 615. It's 615 based on a 10th. I don't even know. Logarithmic expression for that. So 2682 and even 4 grand makes sense on the alt index. Let's mark these out real quick. I'm just going to throw some green lines on here. And let me put it on linear and grab the... So first, second target, third target. Goodness. What a time to be trading crypto, guys, and this could start moving really quickly. Moving on to Atom. This looks great. We should have started a new impulse. This was my old chart, and I've closed pretty much. I'm not in Atom at all right now. I've closed everything. I got out of it at all-time highs. This pullback was a great time to load up. I do expect that we're still on track for 17 to 28 bucks. I don't see any reason that we wouldn't do that. Nothing to update here. This is the same chart as it was then. If you're in the room, feel free to throw up some chat, ask some questions, particularly if you have any questions about the charts. I had even called for this top and this low, so probably should have gotten back in here. I didn't. There's just so many opportunities in the market right now. I do think that Atom looks great for continuation up, but I decided to put my money elsewhere. So we're already done with this. This can go. This is just a lower time frame chart. I have some of both in the Discord. But again, nothing to update here. This looks exactly as expected. Bitcoin 4 hour. Ah, yes. I know what I was talking about. So my primary expectation was something like this. I don't think we're doing this at all anymore. We did not get our 4 hour negative, our red 4 hour. So I essentially see a couple of options now, and one of them is that we are simply starting to moon. So we probably have some kind of maybe truncated C or something here, but this looks like the first move up that's trying to break out of this range. And we do have a pretty clear range in here. Let me make these black and solid. We never broke this higher low. Oops. Some relevant levels in the range is right here, which is nearly mid-range. But because it's not a defined one, let's make it a dashed line. Dashed line here. And a dashed line here. So we had a nice little retest of this one. We might get rejected up here again, perhaps something like this, before we can test these all-time highs. What happens after that remains to be seen. The general idea, let's go to the daily chart. The general idea for me remains this big structure, but we're not coming down for this part. So this could be even a little higher. I think our low was probably in here. And we're doing something like this. Where this first move down was just an A wave. And perhaps we retest this, perhaps we go high enough that we're not able to retest this. Kind of like what I was talking about on Aave. There's no way that I see Aave pulling back to this previous high and continuing. If we get high enough here, pulling back to this high would be pretty bearish. And I really wouldn't expect to continue up if we did that. But if we do get a nice little retest without going too high here, then that would probably be a good entry. All right, let me pull up a few more charts here while we get going. Band is a good one. BCH. Is anybody playing the older coins, the Dino coins? BNB. As I mentioned, these are pretty much in alphabetical order. I had Bitcoin in advance of Band because it's more important, but it's not quite alphabetical order if you pull it up that right. Back to candles. Band looks good. It's following exactly as expected. I don't think there's anything to update here. I don't think we actually had this wick. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure this is just a ghost wick from this calculated by TradingView pair. Sometimes that happens, especially when we get the type of market that we currently have. This looks great. This is a good example of kind of a rounded bottom that I've been watching as we try to break the downtrend. We get these consolidations that speed up as we move through the move. Nothing to report there. Let's put it back on the 8-hour and just save it. BCH, this thing has gone nowhere, which is either a great thing or a terrible thing. Actually, it looks pretty much like I had charted, right? We expected a pullback. Now we could still get a move up in a flat. So I would probably be waiting to buy BCH until here. There's no reason for me to wait for all this to play out. Yeah, nothing to say there. BNB, this is the high time frame log channel. Looks great. I drew this so long ago, guys. We've just been waiting for it to play out, and now's the time where we get the largest part of the expansion. This was a solid buy where we're consolidating over this previous high. Now we're in what could be a danger zone. But we still have some room up to the top of the band to like 74, and I would not be surprised if we pushed through this a little bit before returning back into the channel. So lower time frame BNB. God. Oh, that's gorgeous. This is crazy to me. There's so many of these rounded bottom type formations, and this is how they end. $60. It was just in the 40s a couple days ago. Once these moves start expanding, they move very quickly. So this is kind of where Link is, where it's at an all-time high, consolidated over it, and now it looks like we're starting this expansion. And once this expansion really gets going, we expect it to accelerate, make something like that. Nothing to report there. Let me go ahead and fix the candles. So we're only in the D's here. Obviously, I have a lot of charts to pull up. And I just haven't updated these in a while, so I wanted to go ahead and update them. And I said, I'll just go ahead and stream it. But nobody's chatting. It's, what is today, Friday? You're probably at your last day of work. But I know you're all working from home. Nobody's going to work with COVID. Good God. Literally, I didn't update this chart since down here. All we should have been doing is buying this and just holding. This is absolutely insane. I don't think it's done yet, guys. Like, this looks parabolic, but we still have room to go parabolic. Semi-rounded bottom here. Massive continuation pattern. Nothing to update. It looks as expected. Leaving it on log now because, well, because we need it. Because we've expanded out of that so far. Good morning, Todd Schultz. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, man? We also have a continuation pattern right here. So let's use this as an example real quick. It's really, I'm going to use this pivot, but this is probably the flat here. Where we have an A, B, C. So if we don't go too high, a retest of this previous high is a good level to buy. Aave, Bitcoin. Aave again, I think Aave's already too high. I don't think Aave should pull back this far. But Bitcoin could still do that. You see, as the trends get stronger, the running flats don't retrace as much. This one retraced all the way near to the low of the A, whereas this one barely caught the top. So we could have another one at some point. I don't think the top's in right now. But say we come up here, we could do this, and we don't even get close to this level before continuing up again. And there's samples of that on the Bitcoin chart if you look at the 2016 to 17 run. DOT, another one that's absolutely ran. This is part of the DeFi perp that we were just looking at. And part of what's been dragging it up. Aave is a big part of that perp as well. So when you think about it, with Aave and DOT and a couple that are leading this index, and some of those haven't ran yet, some of the strong DeFi like Sushi has not started another absolutely massive run. those could still do that, bringing this up even further. Now, I wouldn't FOMO into the DeFi perp right now. That's not what I'm saying at all. We should probably change the time frame on this one. 8 hour looks good. Yeah, this thing, gosh. This was a perfect entry right here where we get a flip to blue, wait for the candle close to confirm, and just buy the next candle. Buy the open in the next candle, and it goes. So I haven't looked back at this one since back here either. The reality is there's a couple of different chart types out there. We got the charts where they're still in this accumulation mode. You buy here and you hold to the top. This one was 70%. It's not very much. But you can also buy the breakouts or the retests. And if you do that, this one would have had another 200%. Some of these ranges give you 400, 500% potential. And for me, that's kind of the chart I prefer because it's hard to get targets, things like that in this kind of move. But I like to play both. Don't get stuck to one or the other. When you see a trade on one or the other, take it. DXY is absolutely dumping today. Oh, this is amazing. Look at this chart. Who drew this? Who drew this? Guys, these charts are all public in my Discord. If you're not in the Discord, you can find it in my Twitter handle. But yeah, we pretty much got to target here. I actually think that this is a large running flat. Like an absolutely massive one. And it just barely missed the retest of this level that we've been talking about. And today we got the news that the $1.9 trillion stimulus was approved. We may not go straight down. Today's reaction is very likely an overreaction, and we could still poke up again. I don't really want to get up here and close above this level. Let's move on. This is the 8 hour. No, this is the weekly chart. Yeah, I don't actually think this is going to happen. I think we're just going to continue down soon. But it's possible. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's get rid of this, hide this, put on my MACD candles, and draw my flat. I bet this is a fake out dump. I would say that the dump would be good for crypto, but recently we've been moving in direct correlation to the XY. When it goes down, we go down. When it goes up, we go up. So don't directly count on that. But long term, a weak dollar means a stronger crypto market. EOS is one I am interested in. Look at this. The 3-day has turned blue. That's why I use these candles. I like to see momentum. And EOS is showing signs of positive momentum to the upside. My dog wants to come up and be in the stream. Actually, I'm going to switch chairs real quick. All right. Positive momentum over the trend line. I bet EOS breaks up hard soon. I do have some EOS, not very much. In fact, I should check on it because it's just in a sub account on FTX. For all I know, I've been liquidated. Nope, doesn't look like it. I've made $300 on EOS. If it runs pretty hard, which it could, then I'll be happy. Even here's a 70% move. Yeah, I think it's going to go, guys, but it's pretty lagging, and the potential is that you have to run it all the way to the high, right? You got to run this to all-time highs that were last hit in 2018. It's a 600% move. Or we can go over to something like YFII. And it needs to run to all-time highs that were hit 5 months ago. And that's a 350% move. The likelihood of this getting to all-time high well before EOS is pretty high. So I think you should prioritize overall. Yeah, play some old Dino coins as they're moving, but don't leave your stack waiting for this. I'm in a leverage position. It's a $1,000 account with a $6,000 position on EOS, and I'm not using those funds, so they're just sitting there in EOS, and I'm trading on other accounts. Okay, what else we got? Ethereum. The exchange index has ran real hard the past few days, and FLM is a good one. This is a really good chart to look at. Let me pull my YouTube stream back up. XRP, I don't really have much on XRP. I don't have an official chart on XRP. Give me just a minute and I'll put something together for you. Let me run through these 4 charts real quick. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I thought we may pull back a little further. We didn't. I don't think that we're going to at all at this point. I think this is our chart. Smiley Ant, are you Smiley Mo on Twitter? Yeah, this expansion should just be starting here. I think we hit 2,000 today or tomorrow. This should run hard. I've been switching to this MACD candles with the borders. It's just a little crisper to look at. It does get ugly when you zoom out. That's not ugly when you zoom out. Sorry, there is nothing ugly about this chart when you zoom out. In hindsight, I wish we had seen this beautiful rounded bottom before. Ant Postman. Okay. Ouch. Just hit my elbow. Looks great. This should continue for sure. Consolidation under the all-time high. We've broken it now. Nothing else to say. Ethereum looks healthy. Send it. Exchange perp. Yeah. Good God. Guys, I hope you've had exposure. Like, there's nothing else I can say there. I know I've been calling for alt season for a month and a half. The opportunity has been in alts for quite a while here. Nothing to really show here. We did have a consolidation pattern here, which broke upward. Do I think ETH CME is a sell event? I think it probably is. I'm not going to sell solely because of the event. But I think we're going to be reaching targets by then. I think we're already seeing where FOMO is starting to kick in. And this typically doesn't last for a week. You know, we don't go straight vertical for a week without some kind of large pullback. the timing right now lines up pretty well with ETH futures opened up, so the market crashed. I don't think it's a reversal. I don't think it's the market top, but I think it's very likely that we see a pullback of significant size when CME futures launch on the 8th. It could even start a little before the 8th. Like, it could start, my time, it could start like maybe 3 a.m. on the 8th or 10 or 11 on the 7th. I'm expecting our vertical rise to increase over the next couple days. If I'm wrong about that, then I'm probably wrong about the sell the news event. Guys, this is the most beautiful chart in history. This is what I've been watching everywhere. If you've been seeing all my YFII posts, here, let me turn off log. This is all I've been waiting for. Yesterday, I added to YFII positions like 7 times. This is, so many charts are doing exactly this. Now, we ran into resistance here. We ran into resistance here. Ran into resistance here. Resistance turn support. So these charts are pretty predictable. Let me just change the candles here, and then I will pull up XRP for you. We didn't get this, but we did get this guy. Okay, I have an XRP market cap chart that I've already drawn. Don't forget I was on FLM. This is a high time frame market cap chart. While that loads, let me look at the charts. Ethereum looks fine. SXP, probably fine because we're just retesting this level here. Could even be in a running flat right here. Bitcoin looks good. Yeah, looks fine. Everything looks solid. YFII, let's go to that in a low time frame. Yep, looks great. So my schedule is every 4 hours. Obviously, I didn't do it while I slept. But when I woke up at 8:30, well, I had been awake for a little bit, but I added at 8:30. 12:30, I will consider adding one more time to this, and then I think that's going to be it. XRP, this is the market cap. It says don't touch while red. I make notes for myself. I make notes for anybody that gets on my charts. Still red. Let's see how long it's going to be in the red. It's about to be blue. The next candle will open blue. There's no doubt about that. I agree. This is probably going to expand. We could easily have a pullback before expansion happens. This next candle could turn blue and still pull back. And then at some point we should, after that pullback, we should be able to break up. And it's probably going back to all-time highs. And a lot of haters are going to be quite angry with that. People hate coins. Like they have genuine feelings of hatred to coins, particularly that they lost money on. XRP, they have some other excuses, centralization, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about all that. Just trade the chart, guys. Trade the chart. And this chart looks pretty decent. I'm sure the daily is already positive. We're going to make a copy of this real quick. XRP USD 1 day. I'm going to assume that I'm going to keep it as a 1 day chart. And rather than charting the market cap, we'll chart the actual asset itself. Bitstamp's probably a good chart, and I've already got some drawings on it. So yeah, I think this correction is done. I think we've started a new impulse. Some people would hate me for this, but what I see here is a large running flat, and we are expanding out of this large running flat. If we didn't have the SEC event, the running flat would look like this. It would have sold off, but it wouldn't have sold off to here. Dang, I should have saved it before I copied it. Let's go down to the daily. Yeah, so daily momentum is positive. Let me pull up that MACD momentum real quick. It doesn't even have a downtick through this, which is good. So if this came up, we got the green flip, and it came back down, this would still stay positive. You don't want MACD to flip red on a daily, but I highly doubt that it does. So I'm bullish on XRP, but I want you to keep in mind that it could take a while. Again, this top was made in January of 2018. So we're trying to run back to a 2018 top here. 600%. It could take some time. Are we not possibly in a B wave of ABC before higher? You mean right here? I'm not 100% sure what you mean there. Smiley, feel free to post a screenshot of a chart and I can pull it up. I think you mean like an A here, and then this is starting a B. Yes, we very are possibly in something like that. And that's what I mean that it could take a while before it really gets started. And we do a C leg to test the lows before higher. Yeah, I believe that's what you're talking about, where this is an A, this is some kind of B going in, and then we could come down here. I actually kind of doubt that we come down this far, but it is very possible. If we came back down to 28 cents, that's a buy-in for me. I would look at playing it. Right now, I'm not interested in the XRP chart. But if it runs back to 28 cents, I think that's a solid entry. But what we typically see in the bullish market is that the consolidations make lower highs. You're waiting for it to pull back, and that never comes. I said lower highs. I meant higher lows. I didn't really draw too much on here. But consolidation over this 47 cents would be a buy for me. Let me post this in the Discord real quick. Okay, let's go ahead and pull up Dia. Hold on, let me reopen this here, Ant. And then Cornholio, if you're still on, I will look at Dia for you. I don't know how to say that. From December. If a larger ABC from beginning of December. I think you're meaning this. Like an A, B, C. And I don't think so. I think this is part of this larger move. You can see how funky my shapes are here. Look at this one. A, B, C. I think it's the same here, just in reverse. So look, we're reversing a downtrend here, right? We've got this lower highs all the way through this whole thing. And now we're trying to go back up. As we begin that reversal is going to be when you have the weirdest shapes, the weirdest structures. As you get through this section of hideous price action, we're going to start seeing stronger impulses. So I think that this could go in the next few days. But I wouldn't be surprised at all to see it consolidate around this line, around these lows, around these levels. It's a box of resistance here, right? We have a giant box where all this price action happens. So if we do some kind of consolidation in here, then we're definitely going to get an impulse to the upside that'll be pretty strong. Dia, I don't really like Bitcoin charts, so I'm going to pull up the USD chart. And we'll start at weekly. Is not going to give us much info. What is this? August of last year. Don't know much about Dia charts. That's what I'm looking for right there. August 2020. So yeah, as long as I have the September 2020 high, I'm fine. Which was weird. Very weird. This is completely different dates. I guess because I'm on a weekly chart here. Yeah. High should be around 4.8. And our high 6.1. Yeah, so that's fine. So let's look at daily. You don't have MACD in here. That's why my candles switch back and forth. There's not enough candles for MACD valuation. Once it did form, it was red, and that's now flipped blue. So we have momentum to the upside. I see a relevant level right here. We came down and we bounced from that, right? And then we fell back below it. It was resistance. Now we flipped that. So we're probably on our way up. Yeah, it looks pretty solid here. And we've got a nice little flat right here. So this again is that rounded bottom. You found a pretty good one. Hopefully you're already in Dia. But I'm expecting this to come back up here. So it's got at least 100% left in it. Let me delete this because that's not an official drawing or anything. It's just what we're seeing through the market. So next levels, this wick right here. And we almost hit it. We just barely missed it. And then potentially here. And then you don't have very much at all. Like, I mean, what do you call a resistance after that? Maybe this. Maybe this. So I would expect to see it begin chopping through here. And again, as it goes, it's going to get more vertical than at these lows. Parabola. That's how we make a parabola. The consolidations get faster, and the next leg up gets stronger. All right, so that's what I got for those. What time is it? It is now 10 o'clock. I have no idea how long we've been on the stream. I've still got some more charts to go through. So I'm going to start pulling those up. Let's see. You can stick around. I'm going to stick around, so. Just give me a second to see what's going on. Been on for about 45 minutes now, so I guess you guys probably already knew that. You see the counter on the video. All right, so I was on FLM. Let's talk about FTT. We'll glance at gold. It's not really this market, but that's okay. Link and Litecoin. XRP is gone. Nope, cancel. Save that. All right, FTT. Good God. This thing looks so strong. I preached it long ago. I preached it at $3. I got impatient in here, but the reality was this was accumulation. Anything above this that was a pullback was a clear buy signal. And here we are. 5x from where I was really talking about this thing. Exchange coins are solid investments. I don't consider these trades. That goes for the decentralized exchange coins as well. I guess Cornholio had my mind on corn. But like you talk about Serum, you talk about Uniswap, you talk about Sushi. Those things are already being used today. FTT has some of the best token analytics, token fundamentals on the market. And FTX is just growing. Like, they are by far the best exchange out there. Just go to ftx.today and register. Literally, I don't say that lightly. They are the best exchange out there as far as how to use it. Some people complain about the user interface, but it's a heck of a lot better than BitMEX and some others. Got a flat there that we've began an expansion out of. $18. My first target. Now that's on log scale. 15 is my first target on linear. But $18 is a very reasonable target to me. And then we got 28 after that. Just going to draw some lines real quick. They don't have to be exact. Save it. Moving on. Gold. What is happening to precious metals? This actually looks a lot like Bitcoin. I bet this impulse is up from here. I think we were done here. I think this is like an AB base right here, and I bet we start an impulse up. So don't tell Peter Schiff. Bullish on gold. Makes sense with weakness in the dollar. We We had a support zone down here that never got tested, but we've got this. This is probably what, a daily demand right here. So we need to get above that. And we need to recover this. And at some point in time, we need to get through this guy. All right, saving that, moving on. Link, my buddy, looks solid. Looks like it's been moving a little bit while I've been on the stream. Where is it? It's in my other chart. Yeah, it's got a nice little recovery right here. Let me pull my Wi-Fi back. Yeah. Not enough chart history on some of these, unfortunately. Yes. Wi-Fi is my second largest position right now. So any upside from it is great. My largest position is Ethereum. Third largest is Link. But I'm pretty heavy. I am leveraged. So it's a good day. Any continuation is a good day. Nothing to add here. I think this is going to expand. I think this is going to expand hard. I believe we're in something comparable to this. Guys, think about that for a second. If this move was only comparable to this, look at the timeline. Sorry, wrong one. We topped here. We had a 100-day consolidation. We topped here. We had a 130-day consolidation. Our expansion out of this is going to be massive. I don't think I have enough Link right now. I don't know how else to say that. I don't believe that I own enough Link right now, this moment. It deleted my lines on the weekly. It's not showing them. I think this goes to 125 easy. Easy. I think a 5x from here is simple. I have to post this on Twitter, so give me just a second. All right. Okay, let's move on. Give me just a second. Actually, I'm going to open one of my exchanges and it's going to pull up on the screen. So I'm going to turn the screen black for just a second while I move it over. Okay. Thank you for your patience. I don't know if you're being patient or not. But yeah, I'm adding to my link position right now. I think I'm going to add an additional 30% to it. I need to go down to like 20%. Yeah, so this thing's going to run hard. There's no other way to say that. It's not going to stop. All right, closing that, moving on. Litecoin, what do we got? Dino coin. Yeah, I think we could still do some kind of running flat just like this. Bottom was in right here. Nothing to add. I'm going to leave the candles that way. Litecoin ETH. Yeah, ETH is still crushing Litecoin. So for now, I continue to play Ethereum over Litecoin. I don't see any reason to be focusing on Litecoin here. At some point, I think that will change. Let me see if I can reopen that last tab. So at some point, I think that will change, but it may not change until right here. We might have an A, B, C, and this is our buy-in for Litecoin towards all-time high and past. So I'm really not focusing on Litecoin much at all right now. I did for a while, and it didn't go anywhere. I cost myself a lot of opportunity by focusing too much on Litecoin versus other coins. MTA is another nice one with the rounded bottom. Pop stocks, Rune. Let's look at Rune. The shit index. And we can glance at silver as well. Silver, well, we got to really what I was thinking here. Kind of swept the high. This is probably the low here, but we need to get back over this. We need to recover this level. Shit perp. Sorry, I know I'm going a little bit backwards now. It is what it is. Looks great. Flat right here. Expansion out of it. Some kind of consolidation here as well. These flats were an awesome entry. Guys, this is, if you compare this to DeFi perp, it hasn't even started. This is going to run. It's going to run hard. Now, DeFi perp could still keep outpacing it, but it's definitely going up. Rune. Let's put it in log scale. Here's that example. Here's that consolidation, and we've expanded out of it. A little bit of a rounded bottom. This is a different chart completely. Here, I've got one for you. One that looks like this, but not like this. Is right here. YFI. And I don't think we're going to do this. I thought it was possible, but I bet this thing just expands. I don't think I own enough YFI either. So there's been a lot of drama with YFI. They had the vote to add more supply. So now the total supply of YFI is 6,600 higher. They've been talking about that vote through this whole thing. Yes, it has a higher supply. It is still only at a $1 billion market cap. This thing's going to run at a $5 billion market cap. So we're talking about a $150,000 price point. Easy triple up for me. If you look at this chart, we've got this flat here. We've got a correction down, small base, move up, flat, and a pump. Correction down, no real base. Correction down, move up, large consolidation. This is about to go. Don't worry about the price. Say you only have $20,000. Okay, well, do you want to 3x $20,000 or not? I'm not saying that you have to focus on YFI. Maybe you focus on Link. Maybe you focus on its fork, YFI. But get your money into something without worrying about price. Only understand multiple. If this is going to run 3x, you're going to 3x your money no matter how much of it you buy. This is going to run 3x. This is going to run 5x. This is going to run hard. It's going to be a great month, guys. Like, I'm hyped. I don't even know what else to tell you. Rune Perp, nothing to report here. I don't see an entry on it. It's ran too hard. It will probably keep going up, but there's other coins to play. MTA, rounded bottom. Beautiful, beautiful rounded bottom. Should go right back to the highs. It's been chopping around through here. We're now above this resistance zone. I think it's very likely that we do continue up. What other levels could be important here? Well, let's go ahead and use the line since I had used the line before. Solid. We're right at this level here. I don't really think that this will end up being too relevant. I think we should break that pretty quickly, but you see we did retest it here, so it's possible that we get rejected here and this resistance zone now becomes a support zone. Okay, I'm done with Litecoin, I'm done with MTA, I'm done with Rune. Trader Cause is messaging me. Yeah, I'm cool like that. I talk to Cause all the time. No, he's a homie. I've known Cause for like 3 years. 3.5, 4 years now, actually. God, it's 2021. I feel so old. SXP is still a good opportunity. So let's start at Sol. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Again, guys, rounded bottom. Accelerates through here. Nothing else to say. I called for it to do this. Guess what it did? It did that. Literally exactly what I was looking for, just not from the level it bounced first. But I could move this over, and that's exactly what it was. I've drawn on here since then, but I didn't want to delete that. Yep, this was an obvious chart. I didn't want to get in before they fixed their supply thing. They unlocked like 10x the supply. So really our entry was after that. That was early January. So buying on these dips was the play. Now you could get in, but you're FOMOing. I don't really see a reason to buy right now. Should have plenty of room left though. Just get your money into something. That's the best I can advise. Serum, rounded bottom. I don't know how many times I have to show you guys this. It's happened on so many of the coins. Obviously, with log off, my downtrend is wrong. Here you go. This is going to go to. Sushi, that's probably going to go too. It's above all-time highs. Continuation pattern right here. Base or 1, 2, so we'd be in some kind of 3-wave or a large impulse. I consider it a base. I don't really count 1, 2, 3. But yeah, looks good. Nothing to draw there. SXP still pretty early in this process, right? I posted an entry back here. I've talked about SXP for a while, but again, this is a rounded bottom. It should be accelerating up. I think we may just smash through the 2.3. I know I have some SXP. I closed that browser again. Okay. No biggie. I know it's in profit, so I'm not worried about it. YFII. If you accumulated with me, I told all my friends, accumulate with me. And none of them went for it. I couldn't even convince my own friends to buy YFII, except for Cosbot, literally 10 p.m. my time last night. I finally got him to capitulate into buying. 10 p.m. my time. I don't think that's correct. I don't think my time zone is right. Yeah, it is. So he bought right here. Okay, SXP we talked about. We can look at the total 2 market cap. Let's also look at total 2 divided by the Bitcoin market cap. Uni, UTK. Literally every chart I've talked about in the last hour and 10 minutes or whatever it's been is available in my Discord, except for Dia, however you say it. That was just a special request, but the XRP one I even added. Dia does look good. I'm just not in it. Total 2 looks great. Should take out the all-time high very soon, and most likely we see continuation through it. I doubt we see too much pullback. Total 2 divided by Bitcoin. Oh my god, look at that spring. Yeah, we're going. We're above the black line, so read what I said here. Weekly flip positive, recover the black line. My dog is being a brat again. Come on. I literally gave him his own chair, and he still wants to be in my lap. So let's look at MACD momentum indicator. We're very close to flipping positive here. We had a massive bullish divergence. Look at this. So equal lows, but not even close to equal lows here. We had a significantly stronger low on this one. Now it is calculated at the close, not at the low, but it's very obvious that that's a significant level. All right, what else we got here? So the next candle should flip. Next candle or the candle after that will be blue. Most likely the next candle. Total I can close. This one I can close. Uni. Good God. So when I talk about sushi being at an all-time high and looking like it can go. That's what I mean. It can go. It could have a ton of room left, guys. There's nothing to draw here. This is just straight up. I don't know what to draw. You got a flat in here, and we got a flat here. The key, guys, is going to be keeping some of your profits. You don't want to run up a massive profit just to watch it all dump back down. Todd wants to see Dash. I can look at Dash. Let me look at UTK and then I'll look at Dash. I actually thought I had a Dash chart. I have Monero. I don't have Dash. UTK is just getting started. It's probably not going to pull back like I drew. Yeah, broke over. It consolidated under the all-time high and then broke over. So this thing's probably going to run pretty hard. Wow. Oops. Yeah, that's fine. Let's draw Dash here. Typically, the calculated by TradingView has the most history, so it makes it pretty quick to get a high time frame chart. Yeah, this whole thing is interesting. Looks good. This should begin expansion soon. So pretty much, let's just draw our levels here. We moved down, we bounced. I'm going to mark this one. Moved down again, and we bounced. I'm going to mark this one. I'm going to mark this one, and the all-time low. Well, not all-time low, but the corrective low. Let's go ahead and mark the high. We need to see it recover this level here. We've got the momentum to do it on a weekly basis. We've got it on a 3-day. Positive momentum here too. I don't think that this high will be all that relevant. I think this one is more important, and we're consolidating right underneath it. My suspicion is that it goes like this. Pretty soon. Daily momentum just turned back positive, so I would expect upside from here. You could even do an entry like this. Now this daily candle is not confirmed yet. It's not closed. This is a really wide stop, and I probably wouldn't be playing like that. I'd probably get a lower time frame entry, but the idea is like this. If daily momentum flips back red, then the idea is no good. If it takes out this low here, then the idea is no good. As long as we are above those levels, I'd be looking for low time frame entries, targeting up here at 266 and higher. That would just be my next direct target. Talked about UTK. I'm getting through most of these guys. I'm already at W. I've only got waves to look at in the W's. XLM. XMR. XTZ is a good one. And Zcash. I'm going to look at YFII one more time on my chart here. But this is it. This is the rest of the charts I have in the Discord, except for like S&P 500 and NASDAQ that I skipped. Wow, this looks good. Waves looks pretty solid here. I'm not in waves. I wouldn't get into waves unless it pulls back. We could retest this level here. If it retests this level, that would be a good entry. Otherwise, I would be waiting for it to do some kind of consolidation over the all-time high. So either that or this. High time frame waves, we should be heading to all-time high, 19 bucks. Clicking things on accident. So we don't really want to fall under this black level. We could fall under as long as we don't close under. XLM, pretty much already done this pullback, right? We moved up, we pulled back. Probably a little higher here, and then maybe a lesser pullback, and then we should be heading to all-time high. Nothing to look at there. Pretty much as expected. XMR, Monero, yeah, this looks good. This thing, it pulled back here that I wasn't really expecting. But we're consolidating right here into this next level, and we should be moving up through it soon. We need to see daily flip positive. It should do that very soon. MACD momentum. Yeah, it'll flip positive today or tomorrow, without question. So this is not a bad one either. Let's go back to the 3-day. Your targets are 293 and all-time high at 560. So, talking about 2 and 4x. XTZ, this is what I'm bullish on. I tracked this flat forever, so you can look at it on linear scale instead of log and see it a little clearer. I actually think that it's very similar to YFI. We had the impulse up, flat, impulse, consolidation, and then an impulse. So this is why I thought YFI could do a running flat like this. And it still remains possible. But I think XTZ is heading definitely towards this next level here. But its all-time high is actually around 12 bucks. So this is a solid one with 4x potential in it. Down here would have been a better entry, but we're probably starting a straight up move, a vertical move, rather than all this chop. We've chopped enough. It's not nearly as ugly on the FTX perp contract. Zcash. We need to zoom out. I can't see anything at this zoom level. Is that what it is in the Discord? No, it's supposed to be on a 1-day chart. Yeah, so we've consolidated. This looks like Link, doesn't it? Right here. How long is that? This thing is going to go. I don't know if Gainsey's still in this one. 130 days. This thing's going to expand, guys. I like this better than Dash and XMR personally. I think it's a clearer chart. And your upside is pretty solid. So even if we ignore this back here, I would count on this target. What if we're making some kind of massive A, B, C? Then this could truncate here and not reach the high. So 437, you're talking about a 4x, 4 to 5x from current price. And I would enter this like this. Hold on. Sorry. Log scale screws things up sometimes. A lot, obviously. So you put your stop at this low. And again, this is the theoretical stop. So you could look for a lower time frame stop so you get a better position size. But even if you're using this 18% stop loss, you're looking at a 360% potential upside. So it's a 19.5 to 1 trade. Pretty solid odds. Better entry would have been down here, right? If you had gotten in when this candle flipped back to positive, you didn't. That's okay. Or you did. I don't know. I don't know what you did. But we still have solid potential from right here. All right, last chart. YFII. I did post this trade. Look at that. This is going to be a 19 to 1 trade that I posted live. Never hit the stop loss. I've added to this trade so many times. Yesterday, mostly. And that's just getting started. Like, you could hold that same 19 to 1 trade to all-time highs, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Looks great. Nothing special to note. Looks solid. I just wanted to look at the chart that I already had out. Looks better on daily. What about Wi-Fi? I talked about Wi-Fi, but I'll happily pull it back up because I am very bullish on Wi-Fi too. 5x. What about Wi-Fi? 5x. So they had the food yesterday about the hack. They had the food yesterday. Well, not yesterday, but they resolved the food about the additional supply. They are adding additional supply. You're still sitting at $1 billion market cap, and it can easily be a $5 billion market cap coin. Go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. I usually use CoinGecko, but I'm going to use CoinMarketCap here. Top 5. Well, number 4 right now is XRP at 14 billion. Why are these out of order? Oh, that's volume. Sorry. No, yeah, look at this. I'm blown away. This top 5 is completely different than when it was 2 weeks ago as far as market cap. Number 5 on market cap is a $20 billion market cap. 19 billion. So if you're telling me that YFI can't go to 5 billion, yeah, you're wrong. Sorry. So I am looking for a 4 to 5x. No, you're fine. You don't have to apologize. We talked about it, but I've been on for like an hour and a half, so no big deal. No apologies necessary. Yeah, I think this is going to 150,000, and I'm going to be involved. Be one of the first ones to be on the coin, in the coin that hits 100,000. Yes, that's me. And again, this looks like XTZ. So I showed you guys XTZ just a minute ago. I'm not sure if you were here at the time. Had the impulse up, consolidation, impulse up, consolidation. We're going to begin expansion out of this. Did I look at SRM or Nano? I did. I looked at SRM. I did not look at Nano. Make sure to join my Discord. Hold on just a second. Link 5x. That's going to be my new default. When somebody asks me about a coin, 5x. Join the Discord. You can see the serum chart. I'm going to pull it up here. Weird, it opened in my other browser. Oh, I guess because I was using that other browser last. Looks good. I'm not entering serum here. It's already too far. I have some serum from before, but I'm suggesting to you that if you don't have serum now, you probably shouldn't get into it. It will probably break all-time high, and it will probably go to $6 to $10. But it's due for a pullback at some point. I think there's better coins to enter at current prices. Nano, I don't have anything in particular to say on Nano. Let me close these. Done here, done here. Nano USD. That's my Discord chart, my Discord link. Just join the Discord. Join the Discord, and I have every chart I covered today in that Discord, except for Nano and Dia. Nice impulse here. Daily momentum positive. Let's look at a weekly chart. Yeah, looks pretty solid. This looks like a healthier version of XRP. Honestly, guys, these charts are so clear. In hindsight, it's like, how am I not rich yet? I've made a lot of money, but I don't consider myself anywhere near rich. Oh, what's up, Nicer Man? So we had this move down. Recovering and consolidating over this level. Very clear buy-in. Now we are consolidating above this and right at this one. We did hit this level here. Dagnabbit. So we need to recover that, and then it's headed to all-time highs. It could need some consolidation through here. It could be pretty choppy in this area. All right, guys. I've covered all the charts. I've got some other things to do today, so I think I'm going to call it quits. I probably got a few more minutes, 5 more minutes. If anybody wants to post any questions, I'll wait for your questions. SXP, why is it pulling back? It's all right. It's not a big deal. Have a good weekend yourself. I'm sure I'll talk to you soon. Link is pulling back too. That's all right. Except I did add live. I added to my position on this live stream, and it's only pulled back since then. That's okay. I was already in profit, so it doesn't hurt. Flat. ABC. And move up. All right, that's it. Don't have anybody else on asking questions, so